if you don't have your cameras on, please turn them on. If you're walking or moving, please get grounded for safety purposes. And in the next, Gabe, how many minutes do I have?
We have 30 minutes.
All right, in the next 30 minutes, I want you to be extremely selfish. Being selfish means it's all about you. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, this is all about you, because how many of you guys get gratification from your family every day? Like, how many of you guys literally receive thank you? Thank you, Janet, for going out there and making a killing. Thank you, Laura Diaz, for going out and beyond the line of duty to make it happen for our family. How many of you guys are getting that? Not so many of us. Be truthful. Why? Because people tend to focus on themselves, yes? And there's nothing wrong with that. So today I want to give you the best tool you're going to be utilizing for the rest of your life. It's called feedback. What's feedback, you might say? Let's start with the why. Why do we get to give each other feedback in this container and in your container called family at home? Feedback is just information. That's all it is. So this is not, how can we deliver criticism, constructive criticism? Language is powerful. And like Gabe Mendes mentioned, he spent quite a bit of time in a container to undo the installations that we received from 0 to 7, from 7 to 21 years old, which are the imprint stage, the socialization stage, and the entrepreneurship stage. It depends how and why and who was around you. There's the installations. In the beginning of this, Gabe asked us a powerful question. And this is what one of you wrote on the text. I love money versus I love the love of money. This is for you, beautiful lady, whoever wrote this. The love of money. It will be like you saying, I love you versus the love of you. So if I come to you and I say, Beth, I love the love of you. How does it landing on you? Now here's the contrast. Beth Ramirez, I love you. I freaking love you. Do you see
I
the
love
distinction?
you.
Do you see the distinction? Energetically, it pulls you versus I love the love of money. That's called away language. So in this coming up training that I put together for an incredible team, Circle of Winners, we're going to talk about language. So today I'm going to give you quite a bit of rapid fire nuggets. So write it down, rapid fire nuggets coming your way. But when it comes to feedback, it's just information. So we're going to start soft and then we're going to go very deep. Is it okay if I go very deep today? Yes? Can I have your permission to stretch you just like I stretch Gabe? Yes? All right. So a couple of things in the academy. When we celebrate via Zoom, we do this. This is the celebration. Why? Because we're going to make it rain. We're going to make it freaking rain. The money's going to flow. Everything is going to come our way. That's right. So we celebrate each other. If somebody has a breakthrough, we shout it out. Breakthrough. And everybody make it rain. Why? Because we want to activate the part of our brain that is focusing on where you're heading. So I'm going to repeat it again. We must celebrate every little breakthrough. And the little breakthrough is that tiny little shift in thinking, that aha moment, that epiphany. And it doesn't have to be like, oh my gosh, I just have this breakthrough. No, it could be something like, oh, wow, that's different. Boom, that's your breakthrough. And I want you to acknowledge and say breakthrough, unmute yourself and say breakthrough. And then we're going to pause. We're going to celebrate that breakthrough. Why? Because again, we want to anchor and activate your brain, because now it's coming from here. Right now, all of you guys are here with me. You cannot see where you're heading. You cannot know what you're doing. And yet every single breakthrough is going to open an opportunity for your brain to stretch and finally see everything with the eyes of your soul. So write it down. You become a top producer when you tap your brain, your heart, and your soul. So when you start looking at this business from your soul, that's where the magic happens. So are you guys ready? Are you guys like super ready? You have your pen and pencils? Let's do it. So breakthrough number 1, and I'm gonna go in the order of the flyer so everybody kind of can keep up with us. How and why we must embrace the challenges as opportunities for growth. Ready? Here's the question. On the chat, how many of you produced already? We are in October, so that should be 100 sides of business. Let's go, people. Very good. That's your stretch. So that's just feedback for you. I have multiple agents under my care, currently doing 160 sites, buyers only. Nahid Benyamin, All Stars Realty in the city of Norwalk, California. All she does is 80% of the business are buyers and 20% referrals. How can this beautiful lady top produce at this level? And you might say, oh, she must have a team. No teams. And this is one thing that I wanted to engrave in Gabe Mendez. The team is the cherry on top. There's nothing more beautiful than when you become a solo producer. Write it down. You must have the mindset of a solo producer first. How many of you guys have teams? Raise your hand, raise your hand. Give me some hands. How many of you guys are part of a team? Everybody should be here because you're part of the circle of winners, right? But if you don't have a team, awesome. If you have a team, fantastic. You must become the top dog in your city, solo producer. And embrace the challenge. The challenge is, how can I, meaning you, Laura, Alex, Natalie, Hector, every single one of you get to have that, what is called laser focus. All of us are going to go on a journey. And again, it's not for everybody. Every time I ask anybody to come in and join us for a quarter of top production, 80% go away and only the 20% stays. I never made that law. It's just universal law of 80-20. Everybody knows that. So how can we go into this journey for 90 days? Imagine going into a journey in October and finishing strong in December 27. 12 weeks of top production, belly to belly, because I'm in the field, door knocking. Another one, stretching. Ready? How many of you guys currently today are door knocking 200 doors per day? Beautiful. Again, this is just feedback. There's no right, there's no wrong. It just is. So it is what it is, and it's not what it's not. Very good. Let me stretch you. I told you we're going to go deep. How many of you guys currently are doing 3 hours prospecting over the phones Monday through Friday? Beautiful. So ladies and gentlemen, for your mature consideration, congratulations. This is your point A. I want you to go ahead and take a deep breath in and out. Take a deep breath in and out, and have no regrets. From this point forward, which is October 2nd, whatever you did, give yourself some credit. Whatever you didn't do, give yourself some credit and let go. Let go. It's gone. That's right, Natalie. It's done. Today, you guys have the most incredible opportunity to reinvent yourself. Write it down. Reinvent yourself and create something that it has never been done before in your generation. This is personal for me. Every single one of you is my vision. You see, I was blessed when I came here through Tijuana, Mexico. I was 15 years old with only an algebra book and a teddy bear in my hand, no clothing because it was not allowed. I crossed the border with my mother after she attempted to cross the border 14 times. 5 years prior. And she got caught over and over and over. The last time she tried to come to the United States, it was a 7-day walk. And she saw quite a bit of mayhem. And just when she was about to cross, and the coyote yelled, "Okay, it's time. That's the ban." We all ran right in the middle of the night when it's pitch black. My mother's heart started racing and saying, "Oh my gosh, thank God, we're finally going to cross. This is the 15th time." And when everybody got so excited and started running towards the van, as soon as they came out of the bushes into the pavement of the street, they realized it was the wrong van. They walked right into immigration and they got caught. When she was turned back again on the 15th time, she started saying, "Maybe this is not meant for me." How many of you guys feel right now that maybe real estate is not meant for me? It's not about meant for you. It's how bad do you want it? You see, my mom left us behind in separate homes. And when she finally got caught and she was booked and the whole 9 yards, that's when she started having that doubt. Maybe this is not for me. Maybe this is a sign. Maybe this is 15 signs that I'm not supposed to be in the United States. And thank God for her unconscious mind. Her unconscious mind kept saying, "You get to be. You are blessed to be in the United States." And on that 15th time, after she was returned, the same night she took one more leap through a different way, and she crossed the border. Because of that lady, because of the courageous lady, I'm here right in front of you, and my siblings are here too. And because of that lady, I got married. I have a thriving business in real estate. I own a mortgage company, real estate company, and a coaching company. Because of that, I call that faith of a mustard seed. Write it down. The faith of a mustard seed is, have you guys seen the mustard seed? It's like so tiny, like a little speck. It doesn't have room for anything else except what? Faith. So I want you to really, really, really feel the faith in yourself. Because I'm here to tell you, real estate is not easy. It's not. It's something I think is the most difficult career any human being can take on because of the rejection. We get rejected throughout the day, don't we? Now be honest, how many of you guys woke up this morning, roll out of bed and saying, "Yes, I'm going to be rejected at least 95 times today. I love it." Come on, be honest. You don't do that. I don't do that. But how did I become number one? How can I duplicate myself through all these agents, including Gabe Mendez, to be top-notch mindset? It's because of the systems in place in the academy, the protocols for top production, the priming in the morning, priming in the middle of the day, and priming at night. We become bulletproof. If something, we take the rejection like this. Bring it to me. Bring it to me. So number one bullet point was embrace the challenges. So embrace the challenge. Oh my gosh, I don't know what else to do. Embrace it. What I'm saying is not working. Embrace it. The neighborhood that I am, embrace it. Is the wrong president? Embrace it. The Verizon towers went out yesterday all day. Embrace it. You don't know my life. Embrace it. You don't know my story, Veronica. Embrace it. Embrace it, because without that story, you wouldn't be here right in front of us. But you don't know what happened to me last week. Embrace it. Because everything is happening for you. Every little thing, even the things that are not comfortable, are making your skin thicker and thicker and thicker to the point that by the time you're actually done with this lifetime called journey, your skin is going to be thicker than an alligator. That's part of life. Nugget number 2. Let's calm down and go deeper. Be results oriented. How many of you guys have a vision? Raise your hand. Everybody's like, yeah, I don't know. I think I have. Just be honest with yourself. I don't have a vision. I don't even know why I'm here. I don't even know why I chose real estate. It's okay. And that's what we're going to cover exactly in the next 12 weeks when we come into the trainer as a team, because we're going to get to win as a team. How many of you would like to have at least, and I said at least because my powerful human beings, they produce tons of real estate. So we have 12 weeks. If we do a listing or 2 listings a week, how many of listings is that? Come on, people. 12 weeks times 2 listings. How many is that? 24. 12 to 24. 24. So if you didn't do anything prior to this call, fantastic. How would you like to end up this year with at least 12 escrows, 12 listings? And how would you like, with Veronica's help, to help you double end that? So you have 12 sellers. The second side is the buyers. So 24 sides. Do you see how easy it is to top produce with Veronica? It's just that shift in thinking. Now, all it requires for you to be committed. And with your permission, when I'm speaking, I'm going to be dropping some bombs. Yes, Veronica tends to drop some bombs. I do it to call attention to your unconscious mind to wake up. So how many of you guys are committed like no shit to finish this year strong? Raise your hand. Raise your hand. And see the hesitation? You guys are powerful. Your egos are powerful, Gabe. You see, I'm going to be fighting for your possibilities because I know, your egos are going to fight me for your limitations. And I embrace that. So what's your vision? Here's the requirements of your vision. Number 1, it's not even about you. So for those of you that said, yeah, I have a vision. If the vision is you, that's why you haven't accomplished it. Number 1 ingredient is not about you. You're the catalyst. You're the manifestor, yes, but the vision is not about you. Number 2 ingredient has a time, a date. And that date moves around. How many of you guys have a vision that it says, you know what, in 10 years, I'm going to be doing this? Raise your hand. 10-year vision. 5-year vision. 3-year vision. 2-year vision. 1-year vision. How interesting. And some of you guys are not even raising your hands. So here's your nugget. Ready? Are we born to win? Yes or no? Do you believe you were born to win? Yes or no? So here's different kinds of human beings. There are human beings that they know they're gonna freaking win at this game called life. Like they know it. So they're the players. They come to the game, they show up, and they play to win. There's also people that come to the game and they play to lose. Yes, my friends. There's people that get their BRE licenses, become a realtor, and they play to lose. And then there's other category. They come to the game and they sit in the benches. They don't participate. They know it all. They're not coachable. And then my favorite ones are, there's realtors that they're not even coming to the game. So my question to you is, when you decided to come into the circle of excellence, we know it's a circle of winners, but it is an excellence because you have a powerful leader called Gabe Mendez, happens to be my graduate. Yes, I take credit for that. I am so blessed that he gave me his trust during COVID. I am so blessed that I earned his trust. Keyword earn the trust of your client. That's why I'm here. And I bring the passion because if anybody can do it, you can do it too. So my question to you is, write it down in here, type it. What type of player are you? Are you playing to win? Or right now you're playing to lose? Or you're not playing at all? Ready for the other nugget? I'm telling you, we're going to go deep today. I'm going to make you ponder what's really going on inside. The next nugget. Prioritizing high impact taskings. Let's start very deep. How many of you right now are dedicating 1 hour, one full hour to yourself? To be in solitude, without pets, without human beings? Raise your hand. I want to see. Yeah. Natalie, we call that in our academy watering your garden. Taking care of whom? The most important person is you. 1 hour a day, preferably at the end of the day. Why? Because when you wake up and you go out to conquer the world, we become detached from self, disconnected from self. We become a doing. And at the end of the day, we are depleted. We are running on fumes. How many of you guys run on fumes at the end of the day? Most of you, because you guys are not priming. And then at the end of the day, you must come back to your physical body. You see, this is your vehicle. This is your vehicle. And just like a vehicle, you must take care of it. So if you're not making yourself the priority, that's why you're not top producing. If you're not selfish with your time, meaning when you get an invitation, when you get another opportunity, those are distractions. So I want you to go in the highway of success. Because when you're in the highway of success and you look around and you have similar human beings just like you, committed like no shit, going in the right direction, going towards their goals, going toward their vision, you might take a pit stop out. You detour for a minute and then you come back, right back. Why? Because your team is going to pull you back. Hey, dude, what's going on? Hey, friend, let's go door knocking. Hey, friend, let's go cold calling. However, if you detour for too long, the team is moving fast. So when you eliminate distractions, and distractions are something like this. Veronica, you're so powerful. I want you to become a spokesperson for Bitcoin. Come to the Dominican Republic, blah, blah, blah. I'm so honored to be invited. I have commitments on those days. Now, do I have commitments on those days? Yes, my vision. Oh, Veronica, you will be amazing if you were to do this speaking about skincare and you become a sales rep for the skincare. MLM. Thank you and no thank you. Oh my gosh, Veronica, you really will be so good if you do financial services. Awesome. No, thank you. There are going to be so many opportunities, so many other opportunities that unless you're committed again, like no shit to your vision, they're going to pull you away. And you might say, well, I know this top producer that has multiple businesses and they're going at it. Yes, but it starts with one master. Write it down. You cannot have two masters in the beginning. You must choose. So if right now you have a part-time job and a part-time real estate, I want you to go full-blown, full-time real estate and burn your ships. Just burn it. Have no plan B or C or D. Just go at it no matter what. Try it on for 90 days. I'm asking you to be in the journey fully committed like no shit for 12 weeks, 90 days. It goes fast, and that includes holidays. So this is an opportunity for you to also calibrate your capacity to love yourself. You see, I want you to think about the balance on your bank account right now, right now. You already know what the balance is. That is feedback for you. That is the results of the accumulation of knowledge, skill sets, and experiences you have had as of October 2nd. The only way to pivot that, the only way to shift that is by you becoming coachable and embrace a new version of yourself, a more powerful, more potent, more ferocious when it comes to your livelihood. Because I want you to show your claws and your teeth when it comes to prospecting. Because that's the only way to thrive in this market. Notice I never said survive. I don't believe in surviving. If my mother never survived, quote unquote, at the border, she thrived 15 times and she passed. Definitely, we're not going to be here using those words. We joined the circle of winners, a circle of excellence to thrive. And I truly believe that every single one of you, Alex, Talia, Crystal, Rosalind, Vanessa, Jasmine, Caroline, Rashad, Ashley, Karen, Lilia, every single one of you guys are tailored, are wired to become a top producer. Nugget, the next nugget. I lost count already of the nuggets. How many nuggets coming your way? Delegation. Gabe became the master of delegation after my container. Because how many of you guys have a transaction and then you like to babysit? I got to show the property. I got to go and be in the physical inspection. I. What you guys don't realize is the more I involved in the transaction, the less value you are to the client. And you might say, well, wait a minute. How is that possible, Veronica? Just think about it. The more accessible you become to your client, which comes to me now, write it down. Here's a huge nugget that I'm going to touch bases deeper when we come to the training. It's called superior inferior positioning. And I'm not talking about, oh, I'm better than you. No. That's ego. Superior means you are the expert in real estate. You are the authority in real estate. And I don't care if you just got the license yesterday and you never closed a single transaction. Do you know why I think that way? Because even if you have never closed a single transaction prior to this phone call and you got your BRE license last night, you are the authority. Why? Because you have this vast group supporting you. Over 280,000 years combined experience. Therefore, it makes you the authority. That is the superior positioning in the context of business. Inferior means they're not licensed. They don't know the regulations. They don't know the law. They don't know how to put together the CMA. They don't know the disclosures. So do you guys see that there's a gap of knowledge? That's why I love real estate, because we get paid. Listen to this. That's why I'm so excited about making money. And that's why I love money, because we get paid based on our experience and the consumers, and there's a gap. We get paid on this gap of knowledge. Now imagine that. Imagine you're able to come in and pull a $40,000 commission by just getting in the way between a seller and a buyer. That's all we do, folks. When I wake up, I'm like, boom, where's my seller? Where's my buyer? All I get to do is put myself between them. I just get in the way. And I'm happy to get in the way. I'm happy to get in the way of an investor and a flip. This week we picked up two, and I'm like, finder's fee, listing, flip, another listing, and a buyer. We call it a triple combo transactions on that. Very good. Are you guys, does it make sense what I'm saying? I want to get some feedback from the audience. Are you guys with me? Yes? Does it make sense what I'm saying? Is it landing? Yes? Very good. Okay, let's go to the next one. Leverage systems and using CRMs. Okay, let's talk about our systems, right? Aha, that's Gabe. No one can do it as good as me. That's right. And there's always better, right? So when I hear it saying to me, Veronica, you know, I'm so proud of myself. I'm going to be breaking my own record. I'm scheduled to do 168 closes of escrows this year. I'm like, you go, girl, 168, and you have always done 160 for the past, what, 12 years? 168 is good. And then I show her the other side of the coin. There's a female agent who is 67 years old who's making a killing because she embraced listings. This lady has a team of 6 TCs, and she is on track to close 350 sites. Solo producer. So you see, there's levels of production, and then there's levels of production. So whatever level you are, embrace it. Very good. So systems. How many of you are working on spreadsheets, Excel, or with your phone? Be honest. Come on. It's just feedback, right? That's how we started. That's how I started. I started with a notepad, keeping track of all my leads and a piece of paper. You know what it took for me to transition into a CRM? When I lost a notebook. I lost it. It took that for me to jump into a CRM. I was in total denial. I was refusing to go into the CRM. And then I got the CRM. So how many of you have a CRM already automated? Want to see hands up? Talia, Alex, beautiful. Keep your hands up. Keep your hands up. If you guys already have your CRM, keep your hands up. Vanessa, no CRM? Okay, keep your hands up. How many of you have an onboarding system tailored to you for the buyers? Very good. How many of you guys have an onboarding system for your sellers? How many have onboarding system for divorces, probate, notices of default, and to stop a foreclosure? Aha. You see, there's always room for improvement, people. Why is that so important? Because you are going to come across a buyer or a seller that is going to be in that situation, and you get to be the authority of that. So if you don't have your system, this is your memo. In the next 90 days, in the next 12 weeks, we get to have a system that is so ready for your top production. Because if you're having one transaction every 6 months, no big deal. You can handle that manually with sticky notes and paper, no problem. But when you increase your volume to 6 to 12, and then you double end 75% of that inventory, now we're talking about 22, 24 sites, it gets busy. And there's only one of you. Does it make sense what I'm saying? So in order for us to grow, we get to grow with the systems, right? And our affiliates. Next, networking and seeking mentors and coaches. Very good. This is something that everybody should have. I personally have 4 coaches. Ready? Health and fitness, I don't know anything about nutrition, nor I care to learn about grams and fats and that there's different fat. It's not my cup of tea. So I have a coach who sends me a menu with what to eat, what time to eat, and what portions. And then I give it to my support system at home. They do my meal preps. So I have my coach in health and fitness. I have a coach for my expansion in my businesses. I have a coach for tax preparation. Why? Because I have a living trust and there's quite a bit of things happening at the same time. And then I have a intimate relationship coach. Now you might say, but wait a minute, I thought you're the best coach ever. I am. And one of the major values that I have as a human being is growth. So in order for me to stay on point with myself, with my life, and the things that I'm manifesting, I choose to go and get coached by the best. Now, does it get expensive? Not really. I think to me, more expensive is losing something because of my lack of knowledge or skill sets. That is costly. And I'm not saying you all get to have 4, 5, 10 coaches. What I'm saying is everything is ratios. So remember the bank account balance at your bank right now, as of October 2nd? That is equally proportion of the level of growth that you do every single month after month after month. And that's why I'm excited to create that business plan 2025, because we get to create together as a team what's coming for you in 2025 today, in the next 90 days, not in January 1st, 2025. That's too late. We already lost 1 quarter. You see, the best business companies, my background is about 30 years of residential and commercial land developer in the public sector. So public companies, we do our business plan on September 1st. We finalize it by September 30th, and it goes and publishes everywhere. And we follow that plan. We no longer think on 2024 mindset. We're already working on 2025. So I would love to share that with all of you to set you up for a huge win. And I want to hear from you so far. What has been the best takeaway so far before we move on to the next one? What has been the tool that you're going to go, wow? And in the next minute, we're going to wrap it out. How many of you guys want to go into a journey with me so we can top this together? So we can share our door knocking. How many of you guys want to know the 90-second rapport builder to convert a listing appointment? Just like that. Beautiful. How many of you guys want to learn how to door knock 200 doors in 3 hours? There's a method to the madness. Been there, done that. Here's what we get to do. We're going to post in the ROA group the link. You guys have a huge discount. Why? Because I'm part of this team. I want us to win together. I want this team to be the #1 team in ROA. How many of you guys want to do that with us? You get to, you're blessed to. You deserve it, you're worthy. So all we get to do is in the ROA, I'm going to post the link, the flyer, and all I get to do, each of you just text in it, I'm in ROA #1. I'm in ROA #1. What that says to me is, I'm in, call me. And then what we'll do is we'll give 15 minutes individualized coaching, complimentary of me and Gabe, of course. And we get you enrolled into the program. And with that, I'm going to give a close. Thank you so much. Gabe, you're incredible.
Ms. Veronica, you guys, can we just blow it up in the chat for a second? I mean, I took pages of notes right now. Blow it up in the chat for Ms. Veronica. You guys can see exactly why it is that I'm just in love with this woman and her ability to transform. She's incredible. Veronica, thank you so much for taking the time today. Thank you so much for pouring into the community. You guys, Veronica and I had a conversation a few weeks ago, and actually a couple of years ago, where I wanted to partner with her. And life happened. We just didn't partner at that time. But now we reached out 2 years later. I'm like, hey, this is what we're doing. We plan on becoming the #1 team in the entire Realty of America company. We plan on taking this thing global. I plan on helping every single agent on the team build their system, build their processes, build their confidence. I want to make sure, and this is a conversation we had about 3-4 weeks ago. I want to make sure that every agent in the group becomes an individual top producer killing it. Either some sort of ownership in ROA, some sort of ownership in equity ownership in escrow and title and lending. I want them to become business owners, and as big as they want to be, I want us to lead from the front. And she said, she asked how big the vision was, how long it would take to accomplish. I'm like, honestly, it's so big. I don't know if we could accomplish it in this lifetime, but I want to go all in full throttle. Ms. Veronica's like, I'm in. Use me, need me, however we want her. So Ms. Veronica, I just want to say thank you for being a yes. And team, I hope and I pray that you catch how amazing, how incredible this lady is. So make sure you guys drop it in the chat down below. When we drop it inside the WhatsApp chat, get involved. This is the power of proximity. This is what you signed up for. You signed up to get stretched. You signed up to get pulled. You signed up to be leveled up and to be surrounded by the best of the best in the industry. And all it requires is your effort. Everything's already there. The training, the support, the coaching, the call, the system, the process, the mindset shift. All you have to do is take a step and lean in and watch for miracles and all the things break through from there. So Ms. Veronica, again, thank you so much. It's a pleasure and an honor. We'll see you on the chat. And team, have a productive, healthy, happy day. God bless. And we'll see you guys on the next call.
Let's do it, team. Raw.
Let's go.